G Beats production.
Draws.
Give it up for Russ Parham!
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Russ Parham Show one more again, man. I'm so excited to be taping with y'all again, man. I miss y'all, man. It's been a few weeks. We've been doing a lot, but I'm back once again, man. We got a dope guest today. It's going to be a great interview. Got my man Chris Banks here,
What's up, y'all? How we doing?
comedian extraordinaire. I think he got a dope ass backstory, guys. So y'all know how I like to delve in and ask these questions and get to that nitty gritty shit. So we gonna have a real dope interview, but first and foremost, Jake James is in the house. We got Miles in the house. And we got my man Chris. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, Russ.
You
Hey,
good?
thank you for having me. Boys, thank you for having me.
You
Appreciate
feeling
it.
all right?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel stoned. You let me roll a blunt right when I got here. That was
Listen,
very nice.
It's all about
Very welcoming.
hospitality.
It says, "Well, make yourself at home."
Yes.
I felt right at home.
So you at
Yeah.
home? You comfortable?
I am comfortable.
Okay,
Yeah.
we good. So listen, so I'm gonna get right into it. Y'all know how I do. So I saw Chris, and I saw him at a open mic, like a showcase that I was doing. And so when I saw him, this is strictly from a comedian standpoint.
Yeah.
This is just strictly from. So when I'm watching them, I thought your style was super dope because it's real eclectic. Is maybe not even the proper word for it. It's,
I hope not. I don't know what that means.
It's. I mean, you got a lot of different ingredients in your style that makes it. I don't know how to put it. It's different.
Yeah. For sure.
It's just a different
Sloppy
style.
would be a good word to
No,
describe it.
I don't even think because
Yeah.
it's too intentional to be sloppy. It's too intentional. The sloppiness can kind of make it more funny, but it's too intentional
Yeah.
for it to be that. But let me ask you this though: what do you think shaped your style of comedy? Like, what do you think in your life, real shit, really?
I mean, I've always loved comedy, so I've always like there's probably nuances of even Dane Cook. Dane Cook was the first stand-up comic I ever heard. I never remember my parents playing stand-up. I didn't know what stand-up was until I was 12 years old. And when I heard it, I was like, this is fucking crazy. And I can't believe that people can talk like this and say this. And so I mean,
the
that
freedom of it?
I mean, just studying so many comics would be one that's shaped my style. I mean, when I first started, I wanted to be Norm Macdonald 110%.
Really?
Yeah, Norm Macdonald's my favorite stand-up of all time. But I also realized I can't be him, and I'm not him. So trying to be myself was a big thing, and I've always kind of been myself. That's never been a problem. And being funny, defense mechanism when I was a kid.
For me too.
Yeah. It's how you make
Definitely.
friends and blend
definitely.
in.
Yeah, coming from where I came from, not excuse me, not being the biggest kid either.
Yeah.
Being funny definitely bridged the gap in a lot of social situations, and I believe this to the day. If you can make a woman laugh, you can definitely get her undressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's always been my superpower too.
Yeah.
I've always pulled that out. But I think based on the kind of comics you like, would you say you like more of a deadpan type of comic? Because Norm Macdonald's not chock full of personality in his style.
No, it's all just communication,
Yes.
misdirection. I definitely am just as a person more what's the word, outgoing, extroverted, you know. I just am more extrovert. I feel like it's cooler to be an introvert for some reason, but I don't know. So in my sets, I've noticed this a lot is I'll almost attack the audience in the first 10 or 2 to 3 minutes.
And what you mean when you say attack, just so we understand how you
Yeah.
talk, but for people that don't, like, oh
Yeah.
my God, like what does
Yeah.
what do you mean?
I mean, I start throwing objects at them, and I physically hurt them. No, I'm just kidding. No, what it is for me is like when I'm at the show, usually I'll get there early enough to have like 15 minutes to myself, 20 minutes, and I'll just observe everything that's going on and try to write jokes for that room. And I will also just like have this free flow, like just I come on really strong. The problem I have with it right now is that transitioning to the material that I had before I arrived at the spot is like what I'm working on now, trying to transition that and make that seamless. Like I went out and smoked a cig. I think you went on after me, and I always have to smoke a cig after my sets. And I was like, that was fucking fun. And I came back in, and I was like immediately like watching you on stage. And dude, like the way you did exactly what I'm talking about, but you like weaved it in and out of your set, and it was all seamless. Like at the end, I don't remember the exact banter, but it was with those like old
White
Vietnam
guys.
dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
dude,
was-
that shit was funny, bro. Like,
Yeah,
once
thank
again,
you, bro.
props, dude. Like,
Thank
yeah.
you. Some of us struggle in
Yeah.
knocking Russ off, but yeah, you gotta have the ability to just kind of improv and freestyle, but then jump back in your book at whatever point makes sense.
Yeah.
For you to jump back into it, and we do that, but I think a lot of times I try not to think on stage. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
Not thinking on stage, not performing, like just being Russ, like just being myself, with the material, but just implementing more of who I am as
Yeah.
a person. Because again, I'm an introvert, so it's
Okay.
not natural for me to just.
So do you feel like you feel like you're reserved on stage and you do jokes about like kind of exterior things rather than like internal? Like meaning like for me, I'm starting to do jokes about being adopted. We were talking about me being adopted before, like, and that's uncomfortable for me. Like, and talking about my family, like my adopted family, and which I just call my mom, my dad, my sister. But it's uncomfortable for me to do jokes about them, some jokes about them. But I'm trying to dig into that right now.
And be comfortable with it.
Yeah, because it's like I know they would be. I think they would be comfortable with it. I don't know.
I think, and this is just my personal take, I think once you're able to bring in the most uncomfortable, painful aspects of your life on stage,
Yeah.
and you're able to talk about them in a way that people are gonna laugh at your pain,
Yeah.
but I think it just makes you great. I remember I had a show when my dad passed away. It was like the next day or whatever, and I can remember a comic telling me that she was like, "You gonna get over the hump if you can do this show
Yeah.
in the midst of all of that. You're gonna be good down the road. This is gonna serve you down the road," and it did.
Yeah.
Because you learn these lessons on stage, and I think sometimes the crowd don't realize we learn them on stage.
Oh yeah.
Going
No,
through.
they don't respect us at all.
They don't respect. Yeah, not really.
I mean, especially
Yeah.
like the crowd respected you that night. I feel like they kind of respected me. But I mean, I hosting an open mic every single week for over a year. Like the amount of crowd members that, like, it's way different from a guy playing a guitar. Even if a guy like sucks at singing, but he's playing guitar, the audience can at least be like, "Man, I could never learn how to play guitar." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everybody who sees somebody suck on stage is like, "I could do that. I could do stand up."
Absolutely.
Yeah. Every single person.
yeah. They think that you're not anything special.
Yeah.
I could get right up there. And
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes, I'll have this crowd rolling. You're like, really?
And
I
then-
just make this shit look easy.
Yeah.
Not really easy.
No.
So tell us about some of the stuff you're doing, some of the rooms you're working on, because you're a producer as well.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I want to kind of tap into you about that as well. Like, what are some of the things you should do for other comics that are aspiring to maybe have open mic rooms?
I would
How
love
do
to talk
you-
about that.
How do you kind of address the establishments and the owners of these spots? What do you?
So I have a kind of general rule of thumb with that. What I do run is the Wayward Open Mic. I call it the Wayward Open. That happens every Thursday at 7 p.m. Sign-ups are at 6 p.m. That's at Wayward Tap House, 1025 Grand Avenue. That's the first time I've ever remembered that address off the top of my head.
And that's Phoenix, Arizona,
yeah,
too.
Phoenix. It's downtown, beautiful, grand, riddled with homeless, but it is beautiful. It's beautiful, artsy. That's every week. And then once a month, Russ is about to be on this show featuring, I can't wait for that. That is going to be Wednesday, April 26th at 9 p.m. And that show is free. It's going to be a lot of fun. You should come to that. As far as the rooms go, I was just talking about this because not a lot of people want to host. And I think for me, I hosted out of like desperation because I was in a point where I was like unsure of whether or not I could fucking do comedy. Like, not like if I wanted to,
If you have
but
the ability
like
to.
I was just like doubting myself so hard because the show that I used to host went south, and it kind of made a friendship really rocky. That like that part fucked me up. Like thinking that and losing a friend at times, you know. We've patched it up and everything, but I got this offer to do an open mic, and then that kind of flipped the switch in my head too, where it could line up where if I'm on stage for roughly 45 minutes because I'm hosting, I'm in between every comic, then that'll make up for the amount of time that I lose by working at a bar and not being able to go to open mics because I work nights and shit. So now that I host an open mic, what I would say is find a space first that it's got to be like Monday or Sunday through Thursday, preferably Monday through Thursday. The shape of the room matters. Like the way Wayward is like, picture this table. There's a comic, like a rectangle. There's a comic on one side, and the audience only has, it's not uncomfortable for them to look at the stage. Because there's some fucking rooms where it's like this oblong, weird Tetris shape, and the comic is rummaging around the restaurant looking for people to laugh.
And try to compact it, and you can't
and
because of the way
sound
they
is going
seat it.
crazy. Yeah, there's a reason comedy clubs aren't shaped like, you know, I don't know, racetracks. I couldn't really think of anything stoned, but shape of the room matters. Also, if you're hosting an open mic, a place where the people have to escape.
Hold on, what do you mean?
Like a patio?
Oh,
because dude, you have to understand, like, for real, people don't go to open mics. Open mics happen to people. Like, people are out enjoying their night. They came to get a beer after they played a fucking frisbee golf game.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, what's up, fuckers? I'm Chris. We're going to be saying fucking shit a lot tonight. Your dog is fat. Like, you know, like, it's just...
It just happens.
It happens to you. And then, I mean, the amount of people that I've walked within 10 minutes of like starting that mic, but I've gotten good at it, and one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done is host this mic. Like, the amount of confidence that I've gotten on stage from doing it is like, I don't know, it's incomparable. Like, and invaluable was the word I was thinking of. Damn, man, I wanted to sound smart, but
is it freedom in that because it's an open mic and it's not like a normal show? Is it more freedom in with regard to like artistic things, like things you try and like kind of getting out that box we talked about? Is it more?
There is freedom, but you have to understand too, that you have a job. Like, I get paid to do the open mic, and my job is to make that business money. Like, and what I first told them, I just sounded like some Wolf of Wall Street douchebag. My job is to make that money. No, but that is your job. And what I told them when I first did it, I like gave them low expectations because I don't know. I just was like, look, and I came in every Thursday for a month before it was supposed to be my tryout. That's another thing. Give them the first one for free. Just say, let me do this. Let me show you what I can do. And there's, what's it called? Sorry, these guys are saying how good of an idea that was, I think. So it distracted me. But I said, look, we can get at least 20 comics. I can get at least 20 comics in here. Not all of them are going to buy drinks, but some of them will, and there will be something happening. And I believe in Phoenix comedy right now. I've seen some of these guys, and I've seen how they hustle. And if the host runs it like the way it should be run and is attentive, be attentive if you're going to host. You have to watch every single comic, because if you go up on stage and the whole audience just watched the comic and they were involved, but you went out and smoked a cigarette, you are behind on the whole show. The whole audience knows what's going on. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You can't riff. A lot of people say hosts of open mics, like, you shut the fuck up and bring up the next comic. Like, dude, if I didn't riff in between comics, that mic would be dead already. Like, I'm just saying.
Because
like,
not everybody's going to be good in the lineup.
Yeah, and, like, even if they are good, sometimes you can, like, you just throw a tag out there. Like, or you come up with your own tag to, like, what's going on. And it's just fun, and like it's this free flowing thing. You can riff off somebody else, and like it's not even a roast, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's really fun, and I don't know, it gets you to think on your toes a lot. That's for sure. Crowd work's gotten better because of it, and how to be fun and not like lash out at the crowd, you know.
Everybody want to be a star. It's been this way for a while. Everybody wants to be a star. They want to do stand-up comedy for a month, 2 months, and then go headline and do an hour.
Yeah.
Hosting is the best thing to cut your teeth, to learn, how to read the room, different nuances. Like the same way you riff if a guy does bad, you riff too and bring the crowd back if a guy goes up there and kicks a hole in it for 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And you know the guy behind him's not that good, so you got to bring him back down and make the crowd suitable for the next comic. So it's hosting is technical. It's really not the worst comic that does hosting.
How do you bring him back down?
Well,
I have no idea how to do that.
All right, so when your crowd's really high, like the guy just before he just kicked the hole in, you want to make the crowd, keep the stage hot, but you want to make it not so hot that it burns the next guy to cinders. Yeah. What you do is you go out and you tell the crowd to give the comedian that just left another hand. Be like, he was great, give him another hand.
Yeah.
And then you make announcements. Tip your waiter. Tip your waitress.
Yeah.
Little banter might slide one in. Boom.
Yeah.
Slide them in to bring them back. So you bring them back. You ready for the next comic? Yeah. So we still kind of riding off his energy, but not so much that it's not palatable for him.
You gave some fodder there.
Yes. So then we bring him right on in, and then we walk off. This is an old trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just give him a hand again. Remember to tip your waiters, and you. And little fodder, they forget how good they last guy was. You tell a joke, they laugh. Ready for the next comic because you keep that energy. And you just bring them in.
Yeah, they remember. Oh yeah, this is a comedy show. Hell yeah. Nice.
That little shit like that. But what you got? So tell us. I know about the show. You said on the 26th.
Yeah, long sleep.
Who else is on that show?
So we got Jason Santiago headlining.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Whitty. We got Dietrich Rashad. And I know we have some guest spots. Who's the third comic on that, man? I want to show the flyer in here so I can look at it too. I'm so unprofessional.
Can we put that in the link, guys?
Maybe if I send it to you.
The flyer be in the link. So if you're in the Phoenix area around towards the end of the
Oh
month,
my
pull
gosh,
up.
E.L. Smith, man. E.L. Smith. How can I forget E.L. Smith? E.L. Smith is hilarious. This lineup is so good. Yeah. Jason Santiago. We got Russ, Dietrich Rashad, Fred Whitty, and E.L. Smith. With a couple guest spots, some friends of my open mic. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, this show, speaking of intimate, we were talking about Stir Crazy earlier. Like, Lost Sleep's like a tiny, small red room. And, like, I don't know, man. It's like every single show, it's like 9, 10, and there's like only comics there. And then the whole room fills up. And it's just this intimate, cool, like, all the people are right there in front of you. It's just, I don't know, very good laughs for like how many people are in
I
there.
love rooms like that where
Yeah.
you can really work.
Yeah.
And tell some jokes, make eye contact,
Oh,
and
dude.
where you can work.
Yeah.
I like rooms like that, intimate. That should be dope, man. And remember, check out the flyer in the bio for sure. So if you're in the Phoenix area, pull up on us, man. Come support us. Local comedy. You guys support us before we get these big deals and all that. Come see the guys
Yeah.
that's making it. A lot of the next generation of these big stars in these clubs.
Yeah.
Right now, I've seen some with a lot of talent.
I believe that that's going to happen for him. When I got here, he was in a business meeting with like 12 dudes. And he's got these 2 dudes in the fucking, looks like they're in the Matrix right now working for him. This is fucking crazy. This dude is going to make it.
Yeah, from your,
I have my roommate being like, yo, can you shut the fuck up in there? You're talking to yourself, right? Sounds weird. No, I'm just kidding.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
no,
we
it's dope.
working though, man. We
Yeah.
working.
I can see that, man.
What else you got going on?
Well, dude, I'm a bartender and I like
How
women.
is that though?
Huh?
How is that?
I love it.
Really?
I love it.
Do people really tell you as much of their business? Is that a thing just
Yeah.
on TV, or is that real?
No, dude, I am a fully unlicensed therapist sometimes. Like sometimes.
Most uncomfortable story.
Most uncomfortable story.
I'm not sure.
There
if
was
you
one.
did
No, I'm not
DVDs.
throwing anybody under the bus or
Okay.
anything. And like the list is endless, but I can just think of one off the top of my head where most of the stories are unwarranted. No dog in here, huh?
No dog.
Yeah, I had the doorbell go off. No dog. This one girl told me a story about how, and the unwarranted meaning like she just put it on me. Like that sounded weird.
What? No.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I didn't ask for this. She just fucking told me this story. That she was from Flagstaff.
Mm-hmm.
And that she, like, got arrested. Oh, the story of how she got arrested was she was trying to get weed for her mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then her mom flipped out, tried to bring her to the cops. She got out of the car, and then her mom started chasing her out in the parking lot and hit her with her car. And then the cops arrested him. And I don't know if the story is true or not. It seemed true. It just explained how crazy this person
She
was.
must have
though.
went in that bag or something. Did she take something out, or was it quality based?
No, it was just weed, man.
This
This was like, I guess, back in the day when weed was legal, but
Yeah.
or illegal, but I don't know, man.
And she hit her
Yeah, with the car.
with the car.
Yeah, and that's just a story. Like, honestly, the normal things that person says are crazier than even that story. Like, people will just start telling you about their job interviews, and I don't mind it. There's one person that
And they're
comes
at
in.
the bar telling you about a job interview. Is this before or after the job?
I mean, but it'll just happen.
Mhm.
Like you'll be making a drink, and then it'll be like, people who do this where they start talking and it seems like they've been in the middle of a conversation
The whole
the whole time, and you're
pick
just
up,
like, what the hell? Like, that's kind of what it's like sometimes, you know. I mean, it's especially when people are drinking. I understand. The stories, the crazier stories are like they're. We have a shirt. I work at Gracie's Tax Bar. We have a shirt that says, "I got my ass eaten at Gracie's Tax Bar," and the reason,
Catchy.
yeah, there's a reason we have that shirt, and it is because we had this one, like, we have different DJs, different nights. And I don't remember which specific hip hop show it was, but there was one where there was a lot of bumping, a lot of grinding, and it was towards the end of the night. And this dude, I think, if I remember correctly, because I didn't see this, I was inside bartending, but he dropped down and like grabbed her cheeks and bit her butt cheek through her dress, and she was like grabbed his head and liked it, like she liked it. She was all about it, you know.
Okay.
We have witnesses, and she then lifted her skirt up, and he fucking went in there, dude, and ate her ass, dude, on the patio in front of 100 people. Yeah,
I got my ass ate at Grace.
I got my ass ate at Gracie's. You got to earn that shirt.
Yeah.
You have to earn that
Dude,
shirt.
I wouldn't even give out. You couldn't even buy those shirts. Yeah,
Hell
you would have
no.
to. Yeah, they. Would
You can only wear that in Gracie's, dude. Imagine how insane I would look at like Circle K.
Yeah.
Man,
Or
there
your
are kids
wife
in
found
here.
it in the trunk.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know where
Jesus.
this came from.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
up with this?
Well,
Like,
they only give them out, so you can't buy them.
you can absolutely buy.
Right.
Yeah. No.
So man, we're gonna wrap this up. It's been
Cool,
a dope
man.
interview. Tell everybody where they can get in touch with you though.
At Instagram at Chris Banks. That is ChrisBVNKS. Because I'm a douchebag. I put a V instead of an A, so it's at Chris Banks. And yeah, that's it. I have an Instagram. I'm gonna be posting more stuff on there soon. Hopefully, I'm really bad at it because I like going outside, you know, talking to cool people, and not to you guys online. But content, and I love you. Thank you so much for watching. And dude, thank you for having me, bro.
No problem. Thank you for being
Sorry
here,
for that
bro.
awkward handshake, dude. I'm so high.
No, you good. You good.
All right.
Thank you once again, man, for all your support on all of the platforms we on. Once again, holla at us on TikTok, IG, Facebook, YouTube. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, man. We're trying to get those numbers up. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube.
Subscribe.
Thank you so much for the supporting the Russ Parham Show. We love you so much. We hear all the comments. Man, y'all stay tuned. Keep riding with us. We're going to be back with even doper content coming soon. We love y'all, man. Peace.